muscles and thickens to form the cheekbones. Next. Okay, next. Cornea. So, this is the outer, di ba, outermost structure na nakikita natin sa eye, yung nakikita natin agad sa mata. So, this is a transparent tissue which accounts for most of the refractive power of the eye, giving you 40 diopters. So, it's very important, tandaan niyo yan kasi tinatanong siya sa exam. So, your cornea is the major refractive medium of the eye. Okay? So, it gives you 40 diopters of power. Okay? The cornea is thicker at the limbus or limbal area, and as you go to the center of the cornea, it becomes thinner. So the cornea is clear because it has no blood vessels. Okay, it gets its nutrition from the atmosphere and also at the aqueous humor, okay, and the tears. So the transparency of the cornea is due to its uniformity in structure, okay, the avascularity and the turgescence or state of dehydration. So we have 5 layers of the cornea. We have the epithelium, or para mas madaling tandaan, A, B, C, D, E. Okay, anterior epithelium, Bowman's layer, corneal stroma, Descemet's layer, and endothelium. Yan. So we, meron din dati na, ewan ko na-discover na another layer, the Lewis layer. It's between, if I'm not mistaken, it's between the stroma and the Descemet's layer. So the very important layer of your cornea is the endothelium. Okay, it is a single layer of cells. So this layer acts as a parang pump to keep your cornea dry. Okay, and to keep the fluid away from your cornea, kasi if that pumping mechanism, nagkaroon ng problem sa pumping mechanism, fluid will go into your cornea. Hindi na siya magiging clear. So, magiging hazy na yung cornea natin. So, hindi siya crystal clear. So, damage on the endothelial layer of your cornea may cause edema. Okay, next, sclera. So, the sclera, so yung pinaka-bulk. Nakita niyo yung white layer na to, that's your sclera, or yung puti ng mata na tinatawag. So, pag sinabi ng patient nyo, yung puti ng mata ko, Dok, mapula, yan. So, yan, yung sclera, yan. So, it is a fibrous outer protecting covering of the eye. So, this is strong and inelastic organ. Okay? It serves to maintain the form and shape of your eye. Okay? It's 1 millimeter thick, and at the posterior part of your sclera, as you can see here, ito sa likod, diba? Ito yung sclera. Diba? Tuloy-tuloy siya. Nabi-pierce siya. Okay? It's to the optic nerve. Yan. Oops. Yan. So it is pierced by the optic nerve, and that part is known as the lamina cribrosa. Okay? So the sclera per se has scanty vascular supply, but the episcleral tissue, okay, contains numerous vessels. So the layers of the sclera, we have episclera, episcleral proper, scleral proper, and the lamina fusca. So this will be discussed next week. Okay? So we go now to the middle layer of your eye, or the middle vascular coat of your eye. It's the uveal tract. So remember, it has 3 parts. We have the iris, choroid, and the ciliary body. Iris. So ito yung iris, yung nagbibigay kulay sa mata natin. Okay, it gives color, diba? So this is a flat anterior extension of the ciliary body. So this is the ciliary body, anterior extension itong iris. So magkakakonek-connect lang sa lahat. So it has a round aperture known as the pupil. Okay, so the function, so know the functions of your iris. It regulates the amount of light entering your eye. Okay, it separates your anterior chamber and your posterior chamber of your eye. And also, it cuts off marginal rays of light that interfere with the sharpness of retinal image. muscles of the iris, we have the sphincter pupillae muscle and the dilator pupillae muscle. And the blood supply is the major circle of the iris. Okay, another another part of your uveal tract or the middle layer of your eye is the choroid. So this is between the sclera and the retina. So, sabi ko kanina, di ba, vascular part. So, it has ito yung area na talagang highly, tawag dito, marami yung blood vessels. So, it has 3 layers of blood vessels. You have the outer layer of Haller, okay, middle layer of Sattler, and choriocapillaris. So, the main function of your choroid is chiefly as a nutrient organ for the retina, vitreous, and the lens. Okay, next, the ciliary body. So, sabi ko kanina, di ba, it extends from the part siya ng iris, okay? And extends also from the choroid to the iris. So, it is triangular in shape. Yan, ito siya. So, ciliary body, at air extension niya yung iris. Okay? Triangular in shape with a narrow base and directed forward, giving the origin to the iris. So it contains ciliary muscles, okay, which is composed with 3 groups of muscle. We have the circular, longitudinal, and radial fibers that are responsible for your accommodation. Also, this ciliary body, it also anchors your lens in place with the help of the zonular fibers. So ito yung lens. Nakikita ko siya. Buksan natin. Sorry. Pwede pala itong buksan. O, yan. Detach po siya. Ito yung iris. Cornea. Ito yung lens. Hindi ko alam kung paano ko mapapakita. Anyway. So, yan. Yung zonules, para siyang thread na nagpo-pull the lens in place. So, yan. Naka-attach yung zonules sa ciliary body. Okay, so the ciliary body has 2 parts. You have the pars plana and the pars plicata. Okay? So, the pars plicata contains the ciliary processes which secretes the aqueous humor. Okay? Then the lens is attached to the ciliary body via the zonules, as I've said earlier. Then take note of the blood supply. Okay, this is from the major arterial circle of the iris that is formed by the 2 long ciliary arteries and 7 anterior ciliary arteries. Okay, nerve supply is the ciliary nerve arising from the ciliary ganglion from the Edinger-Westphal nucleus of cranial nerve 3. Okay, next. So your lens. Okay, this is biconvex, a vascular, colorless, and transparent structure also, and it's the second most powerful refractive tissue of your eye. What is the main refractive medium? Yan, tandaan yan. How many diopters? Okay, so the lens give you at least mga 20 diopters of power. Okay? So it is again held in place by suspensory ligaments known as the zonules or the zonular fibers. Okay, so here involve yung accommodation. So as your ciliary body contracts, the zonules will relax, and the lens increases its antero-posterior diameter and giving a higher refractive power when you in close distances. Okay, so mas lumalaki siya, mas nagiging globular. Pero once we age, pag umabot na tayo sa mga late 30s to 40s, nawawala yung accommodation. And do you know the condition? Kung anong tawag doon? Physiologic siya na loss of accommodation. Napapansin yung parents nyo, pag nagbabasa, ginagawa nyo ng mga materials, we call it presbyopia. Okay? Nawawala na yung accommodation natin. Okay. Oops. Bakit wala? Okay. Okay, so just parang mga developmental na yan. So Ayan. So, pag meron, Mittendorf dot, okay, so when the, tawag dito, when the anterior end of the artery fails to fully regress, it leaves behind a tiny dot on the back surface of the lens. So, this is called a Mittendorf dot. Okay, this is a benign na congenital eye finding. Usually, nakikita lang namin to in a parang routine examination na parang merong retained, parang kala namin cataract, but yun nga, maliit lang siya na dot at the lens. So, yan. Usually, this is clinically insignificant. It doesn't affect the vision. Okay? So, if there's a remnant of the hyaloid artery seen at the optic disc, we call it Bergman's papillae, Weaver's ligament. Basahin mo na lang. Actually, hindi siya kasama dapat. Okay. Now we move on to the posterior part. So, kanina, di ba, nasa middle na tayo. So, nasa likod na tayo. Ba't parang ayan? Okay. So, this is the pinaka-posterior part of your eye. Okay? Retina is a thin, semi-transparent membrane or multilayered sheet of neural tissue. Okay, it lines the inner aspect of the posterior 2/3 of the globe and terminates at the ora serrata. Okay, blood supply, please take note. Okay, the choriocapillaris, it supplies the outer 1/3 of your retina, and your central retinal artery supplies the inner 2/3 of the retina. So, pag tinanong sa exam, alam mo na yan. Okay. So, this one, please memorize by heart para pag tinanong sa exam na from outer to inner. So, this is a cross-section of your neurosensory retina, okay, showing you its 10 layers, okay, inner to outer. Okay, ayan. Okay. So, the next part of your eye is the macula. Kung naaalala nyo, pag sa physical diagnosis nyo, when you do your fundoscopy, kasama sa report nyo yung macula is ganito, ganyan, di ba? No hemorrhages, no exudates, tandaan nyo pa yan. So, this is the center of the posterior retina. It is also responsible for your fine vision because it contains mostly of cones. Okay. It has a yellowish pigment, though, so that pigment is xanthophyll. So, histologically, it's an empty space, so yung fluid pwede mag-accumulate dyan, causing extracellular material that, that causes thickening. So, usually sa mga diabetic patients, pinaka number one na reason bakit lumalabo yung vision ng mga DM patients is nagkakaroon ng swelling sa macula. Okay? Yan. Vitreous. So, yung vitreous, ito siya, pinaka-part niyan sa loob, ito, yung parang gelatin siya sa loob. So, it comprises 2/3 of the volume of the eye. Okay, it's clear, avascular also, gelatinous body, but when we age, also medyo nagli-liquefy siya unti-unti. Okay, it is composed 99% of water, 1% hyaluronic acid, and collagen. And also take note where it is firmly attached. So, it is firmly attached to the pars plana, ora serrata, and the margins of your optic disc. So, the function of this is mainly for eye shape and also for structural support of your eye. Next, optic nerve. You have a separate lecture of the optic nerve, but it's toward the midterms or finals na. So, this is the trunk. The trunk of the optic nerve consists of about 1.2 million axons from the ganglion cells of the retina. So it has 4 parts. Intraocular portion, that's what you see when you do your fundoscopy. It's 1 millimeter. Intraorbital, it's in the orbit. Okay, it's the longest. So it's measuring about 25 to 30 millimeters. Okay, intracanalicular and intracranial parts. Then EOMs, naalala niyo pa yung mga extraocular muscles natin. So we have 4 recti muscles and 2 oblique muscles. Origin, recall lang naman lahat to. It's the annulus of Zinn at the apex. Okay, ayan. read on it. Insertions, the spiral of below. So just ignore this picture. Actually kasi yung mga measurement na yan, sinasabi lang dyan yung distance from the insertion niya to the limbal area. So ang pinakamalapit na insertion, is the medial rectus. So when we do our surgeries, saan na ba yun? Hindi ko makita. Ayun. So yan. When we do our surgery, medial rectus, since nandito siya, very, especially when we do the pterygium surgery, nasa medial side, very cautious lang kasi medyo nag-iingat kami kasi baka nadadissect na namin yung medial rectus. So, pinakamalapit siya sa insertion, ay pinakamalapit siya sa limbal area. So, it's just 5.5 millimeters from your limbal area up to the insertion of the medial rectus. Okay, so pag nawala yan, pag na-disinsert namin yan during the surgery, definitely the patient will have difficulty moving inside. Okay? So yan, tandaan nyo pa ang mga primary, secondary, tertiary action, and its innervation. So tandaan nyo yung SO4, LR6. Okay? Lateral rectus, 6. Superior oblique, 4. Tabi ako na dito. Then the rest are innervated by what? Cranial nerve? 3. Okay. So tandaan nyo yan, ha? So, may separate lecture din kayo about this sa strabismus and pediatric ophthalmology. Okay. That's for the first part. Meron pa tayong next. Mabilis na lang. Don't worry. Inip na ba kayo? Okay. Basic eye exam. Okay. Kaya pa? Madali pa to, pero yung mga susunod na lecture niya kakabalik. Don't worry. Kung kabayan ang buhay mo. Basta aral kayo na. I will do my best na lahat kayo maipasa ko sa course na to. After this ba is JI na?